Hello, MCU fans. Today we're going to look at the amazing announcements that came out of Comic-Con over the weekend. And we're going to look not only at what was announced, but what was not announced. In other words, what things may still be coming at D23 in just a few months. So there's some big surprises, I think, still waiting for us, even though there was so much good news that came out of Comic-Con. So let's dive right into what was announced and what is left to still be announced. So first of all, we did get confirmation that the saga continues. Of course, the first three phases were the Infinity Saga, and now officially, the next three phases are the Multiverse Saga. Pretty cool. I think we all saw that coming. We kind of guessed that the big overarching theme of phases 4 through 6 is going to be the multiverse, but to have it confirmed was pretty cool. So in addition to that, we got a massive amount of information on the MCU upcoming slate. And as I've pointed out before, I love the direct.com, so I've used this graphic from their website. If you don't follow the direct.com, check them out. They're on Twitter. Their website's amazing as well. But this really well summarizes everything we heard at Comic-Con. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down, and we're going to look at each of the phases and the information that was released, and again, things that they didn't mention. So let's start with Phase 4. So we know Phase 4 now ends with Wakanda Forever, and of course, before that is She-Hulk coming out right around the corner. But what they didn't mention, I'm a little surprised, I guess, are some of the things that are also still coming out this year. We know that I Am Groot is coming out. And maybe they didn't mention that because it's been rumored not to be MCU canon. At least James Gunn seems to say that. Either way, it looks kind of fun, so I'm looking forward to it. But there's the infamous Halloween special that is on again, off again. I'm assuming it's still on. I hope it's still on. Maybe that's going to get promoted again at D23. And maybe that was a surprise announcement waiting for D23. And then also the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. James Gunn has pretty much confirmed that leads into Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So it is happening. It's been filmed, but it wasn't mentioned. And of course, now that leads to the question, does Phase 4 really end with Wakanda Forever? Or does it end with the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special? Inquiring minds want to know. So put down in the comments, where do you think Phase 4 really ends? But that's it for Phase 4. So then let's take a look at Phase 5. I mean, wow. I think there's nothing here that was a surprise. In other words, we knew all of these things were coming, although I would say Daredevil Born Again, that was amazing to finally see and to learn that it's going to be an 18-part series. 18 parts. Oh, my goodness. And some of the titles were maybe a surprise. It was nice to see Agatha's official title now being Coven of Chaos. I think it was going to be House of Harkness, but Coven of Chaos kind of implies Wanda's going to be back there because you need multiple witches to have a coven. So that'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Then Captain America New World Order. That's an exciting title. Probably going to be a political movie. But the rest of these, we kind of knew was coming, or they were coming, but it's nice to see them all laid out in order. Loki Season 2, where that's falling, etc. But there are some things they didn't mention, and I suspect they didn't mention these because they were already mentioned the previous day during the animated portion of the announcements. But keep in mind, in addition to all of this in Phase 5, we have Spider-Man Freshman Year coming out. We have What If Season 2, and they've even said there's a Season 3. We have Marvel Zombies, which will be the first basically R-rated Marvel series, animated. And then X-Men 97, real exciting that that's picking back up. So, again, I'm not surprised they didn't mention these because they were mentioned the day before, but just seeing all of this really lays the groundwork for all of the exciting things coming in Phase 5. And then they, of course, announced Phase 6. Now, they left a lot of untitled projects there. We need some surprises for D23, right? But, man, did they ever drop some bombshells. Fantastic Four, nice to finally see a date. I mean, we knew it was coming. but still, to have a date, and then, oh my goodness, to have both two Avengers movies in one year. Wow. So probably Kang Dynasty is going to be another Infinity War in that it will end with a cliffhanger. Probably Kang will win. And then that will tie into Secret Wars, which will be an incursion, Battle World type movie. It'll be interesting to see if Kang is also in Secret Wars. In fact, maybe Kang teams up with Doom eventually. Maybe they fight each other. Maybe Doom tries to take over everything. Be interesting to see how those tie together. But I expect to see Kang in both. But, of course, whenever we see those untitled projects, that gets us curious, right? So let's talk about what some of those might be. Well, what have we at least heard might be coming out? Well, there's The Mutants, which is kind of the working title for the X-Men movie. Could be any title ultimately, but we know that's coming. We know Deadpool 3 is coming sooner than later, I thought, but probably not now until Phase 6, it seems. Spider-Man 4, certainly there'll be another Spider-Man. Armor Wars has been discussed multiple times, but we really don't have any firm updates on that. Shang-Chi has been greenlit for a sequel, so we expect to see that. Wakanda had talked about having a Disney Plus series, although that has not gotten a lot of traction since its initial announcement, but would be great to see. Wonder Man has just recently been announced as likely a Disney Plus series. Nova has been discussed forever, but certainly has gained a lot more traction recently. Jessica Jones may well get a show. She's rumored to be appearing in some of the upcoming series. So, she might get her own show. And like it or not, Eternals has been greenlit for a sequel. It definitely left a lot hanging out for a follow-up movie. And I kind of liked it. I didn't dislike it as much as many did, but still, whether you're happy about that or not, there probably will be another Eternals movie. Well, even here we have 10 selections with only 8 slots. Forget the fact that there's supposedly going to be a 10 Rings series potentially. Maybe that won't happen, and that'll instead be part of Shang-Chi 2. But there were hints that there could be a 10 Rings series. Wanda may even get her own movie. She's incredibly popular right now. So that could even push us up to 12 potential things. So, I'm interested in your thoughts. What do you think of these selections or of things I don't have up here? What do you think will fill some of these untitled projects? We'll learn soon. I suspect at D23 they will fill in most, if not all, of those. But in the meantime, let me know what you think. Tell me what you think will happen with Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. How those will tie together. Whether it'll be a cliffhanger or not. And just overall, does this make you excited about the future for the MCU? I don't know. There was a lot of people, it seems, that have felt like it was disjointed and that Phase 4 didn't really have a mission, a connection, etc. Boy, did they ever lay it out now. I think they answered everything. So are you excited again about the MCU, or have you always been excited? So like and subscribe. You can check out more videos. And in the meantime, boy, oh boy, is there a lot to enjoy about the ever-expanding, ever-growing Marvel Cinematic Universe.